It feels like only yesterday that I dove in and talked about the SplitPad Pro, Hori's excellent feeling console-like Joy-Con replacement. I loved them and never stopped using them after the purchase, at least until the new ones came out. I've been trekking through the much smaller attachments that just came out from the company, so let's take a look and compare them with the originals. Originally known in Japan as the SplitPad Fit, here is my review of the SplitPad Compact for Nintendo Switch. Let's begin with the design. They're essentially the same thing as the SplitPad Pro. Joy-Con replacements that connect to the sides of the Switch in handheld mode for use in that mode. It also has all of the same buttons in the same locations as the Pro. And these similarities are pretty much all across the board. We still have the D-pad, turbo, and assign buttons on each one. We've got the same customizable buttons on the back, which I have found to be incredibly useful for assigning L3 and R3 for ease of use with smaller analog sticks. And we still have those weird stand notches on the back that let the system stand up ever so slightly when laid down. But there are small differences here. Emphasis on the word small. The main one being the grip you hold on to. It's way smaller than the Pros. Instead of the Xbox and PlayStation style grips, you have ones that are a bit wider and thicker than the Joy-Cons and nothing more. Something to give you a bit more comfort than the default controllers, but nothing too crazy and big. Many of the buttons are also smaller to go with the thin and sleek design. The analog stick is now a bit smaller around than PlayStation analogs, but still a bit larger than the Joy-Cons. The face buttons are also smaller and a bit more flat, same with the triggers. This makes the Compact look much more quote-unquote natural when attached to the Switch and more in tune with the looks of the Joy-Con. Now my big hope with the Compact was that, hey, it's smaller, so maybe these will actually fit in normal Switch cases. Unfortunately, they can't. They're still too big. You can get a case big enough for this, but you're going to have to go to third parties like Butterfox that have made cases specifically for Hori's SplitPad run. Next up are features, and there's not really anything different. These are literally just smaller SplitPad Pros. So all the features and lack thereof are the same between the two. No gyro, no rumble, no NFC reader, and they don't have internal batteries, so they can only be used in handheld mode. You can't use them wirelessly. Whether this is a problem or issue is up for you to decide. I haven't enabled HD rumble on my Switch in years, so that's a non-issue for me, but many of you who have commented on my SplitPad Pro review do view it as a concern. But that's all the features. Let's talk about handling. The Compact took a bit of adjustment for me as I went straight from the Pro to these newer ones. It wasn't really an issue with the buttons themselves, but I kept reaching a bit too far for the analog sticks for the first couple hours of use, more accustomed to how far away they are on the Pro. Thankfully, after using them for just a few hours, I had completely adjusted. Now there are two things that I like about these more than the Pro. The big analog triggers on the Pros made it very hard to stand the Switch up if you were playing a visual novel, watching YouTube, and the like. You could stand them up, but you were limited on angle. With these, you aren't. But do note that this is only an issue with the SplitPad Pro for OLED users because of the adjustable stand. The other thing I like is the grips on them. With the way the curved grips are designed on the Compact, they fit and rest in my palms when I play and require virtually no effort at all to sit there and stay in place. The Pros have that feeling of a console controller with you having to kind of subconsciously hold them in place with how the larger grips work, and the Compact doesn't have that feeling. It has a much more natural, it just fits in place feeling to it. As far as the button and input lag, there's virtually no lag at all, just like with the Joy-Cons and the Pros. With the Compact, I mostly played Fortnite, Skyrim, and Nier Automata. I found pretty much no difference between these and the Pros, and they didn't affect or change my level of accuracy in shooters. So, as we wrap this up, the SplitPad Compact is yet another quality Joy-Con replacement from Hori. Unfortunately, they haven't added gyro or rumble to their controllers, and despite the compact design, they're still too large for normal Switch cases. But these still provide a lot of comfort and more console-like feel. If you want something with a better feel than the Joy-Con but nothing crazy big like the Pros, they're worth checking out. Reviews to Go rates the SplitPad Compact for Nintendo Switch a 9 out of 10. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them below. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.